Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. Let's do a will I buy it, a purchase or pass, a new makeup releases. Take a look at what's out there and talk about it a little bit because there's some really interesting things out there and some of them are very surprising. All right, first thing out there, already purchased, just waiting for it. It's not, it hasn't even shipped yet. And I'm like, it's been several days. At least you could put it in the mail. It's a new Étendue palette from Viseart. This is their Serenuse Étendue. It's inspired by the ocean, so it's going to have a crystalline sort of look to it. Each shade is, they're saying, a goddess born of the sea in duochrome moonlit opulence beneath the winter's serene touch. That's a lot of marketing words there, but it looks like these are all going to be very glimmery, very shimmery. I love the duochromes from Viseart, and there are a couple in here that I'm just like, ah, be still my heart. So this to me, there are some mattes, but it's mostly metallic shades. Now from the photo, I can't tell for sure, but it looks like there might be 4 matte shades, maybe 3. But there's a lot of sparkle in this palette, a lot of sparkle. I wouldn't be surprised if this entire palette is sparkly and the shades that look matte in the photos turn out to be, instead of being like a duochrome or a glitter, turn out to be more of like a satin. It just really looks magical and very ethereal. And the minute I saw it, I was like, purchase. This is a stupid, easy decision for me. Do I need any more eyeshadow palettes? No. Do I love Viseart with my whole heart and have to know? Oh yes, yes I do. So I'm excited to see this Serenuse palette. It looks really, really pretty. It's $44 and it's already available on the Beautylish and the Viseart websites. I'm sure it's available other places. Viseart is sold as well, but I want to know, is this palette calling your name? Like the minute I saw it, I was like, needs must have. Because although like today I'm wearing Pat McGrath's Utopian Dream, but this is just a little too far out there for me for sparkle. It's just like a little too much. Whereas I feel like Viseart does a great job of just a little bit, but not too much, where it doesn't ever cross the line of like too aggressive for me. So I feel like, you know, although I love the look of this, it's just not realistic for every day. Whereas I feel like I can wear the duochromes and the sparkles from Viseart on a daily basis. And since these are kind of cool toned, but also in that, you know, easy, wearable, boring Betty sorts of shades. They're not all that way, but you know, they look like they would pair really well with a lot of my other Viseart shadows. I just had to know. This is interesting to me because this reminds me, it looks like it's a dupe. I could be wrong. So this is already new at Ulta. It's the Essence Juicy Balm Glossy Butter Balm. And it looks like they have eye-catching trendy colors and melts perfectly into the lips, creating a glossy finish for a smooth and plumped look. But these remind me, was it last summer that those, what was something squirt balms from MAC? Were they juicy? I forget what they were called. I'll throw a picture up for you. I haven't tried them. They didn't really call to me. They looked, I know they had a green one, they had a brown one, they had a hot pink one. They had a whole bunch. And they look like they had similar type packaging where they were advanced only, where they only click up. The first thing I thought of was like, are they trying to dupe MAC, or is this just Essence leaning into everybody has one of these glossy balm in stick forms at the drugstore, we should too. So this is really interesting to me. I don't know that they're going to be terribly expensive. Look, $3.99 a piece. But that's when I wonder, is it $3.99 well spent? They have a clear one. That brown one is kind of calling me. You know me in a brown lipstick. And it's glossy and shiny. I would just be worried that this would be too emollient, and with my more mature lips would find all of the lines and just, and then I'd have like gloss everywhere around, and it looked like glossy clown mouth and not like juicy, buttery, glossy lips. But I don't know. This was maybe more just caught my eye because it reminded me of those MAC glosses. Very, very interesting. There's a new product from Glow by Auric, and these are the Mirage Shift palettes. They're available. They're $88 a piece, and there's 3 of them. These really remind me, and you may or may not remember, I used to watch Samantha Rabdel all the time, and she was like putting out stuff regularly. And she had fallen in love with a cream palette from Hourglass. And she said it could basically do no wrong. And it was a cream bronze, blush, and highlight. And she loved it, but her complaint was it only came in one colorway, and just like, this isn't going to suit everybody. What's going on here? That was a complaint that a lot of creators had, that Hourglass, I feel like they've heard that, and they're starting to make like the holiday palettes in several different releases, which is great. But since they are no longer making that cream palette, I feel like Glow by Auric took inspiration from that. And instead of 3 pans, they're doing 4. So they do have what looks like a contour slash bronzer, a blush, and then a couple of glowy highlights. And I like that they have a deep, a medium, and a fair. I think that's just really, really great. They also have a gold palette and spatula, which you could use to, dig out just a little bit of the product and kind of mix it together, or mix it with other products, and then kind of create your own sort of makeup. I think that's really interesting. I was really thinking about this because I really feel like this is the sort of product, the older I get, the more I need cream products on my face. I'm wearing a lot of powder today, and I had to spray the living daylights out of my face to make it look like a person. I felt like it was looking a little too heavily powdered. I went a little cuckoo. I feel like this sort of a product would be really easy because I could use my fingers. I could just kind of like pat it in and go. It'd be easy to use. I'm not sure that I'm picking it up, but it definitely did catch my attention. And it really reminded me of that Hourglass cream palette from many years ago. Looks like the Drugstore is coming back with a vengeance. Revlon has re-released their Super Lustrous Glass Shine Balm lipsticks. And I was so sad when these actually got discontinued. I was bummed. So if you see them in store, they're not in that black packaging anymore. Now the packaging is the same, only instead of being black and gold, now it's white and gold. But they say the formula is the same. It says it delivers 41% more instant moisture, and it nourishes like a lip balm. It's formulated with hyaluronic acid and rose. It's supposed to smooth the look of lines on the lips and give it a plump appearance. I remember these were so beautiful, but they used to have more than 10 shades, because now they only have 10 shades. It says they're available on Amazon. I wonder if they're going to be available in the drugstore. Like, actually, if I go to my Walgreens or CVS or anything like that, will I find them in store? And I'm hoping that I will, because these are the sorts of ones that if I can actually see them in person, because sometimes photos aren't the same, but I loved these. I was so sad when they got discontinued. There was one, I forget what it was called. It was something rose that I went through like 2 of. And there was another one that I loved. It was Nude Illuminator. Oh, loved that one. I thought that was so great. And I think they might actually, Nude Illuminator is back. They've got Rum Raisin, Glossed Up Rose, which is another one that I had. I had Glossed Up Rose and Nude Illuminator, but these were just really beautiful. Do you remember the old Rouge Volupté from YSL? That's what these remind me of. And I think they've been renamed like the Love Shine. These feel so much like that. If you are wanting one of those slightly tinted buttery balms, but you don't want to pay $45 for a YSL one, these ones from Revlon are beautiful. And they've got 10 beautiful shades that I think are going to work on a wide range of people. And the fact that they're only $8.98, man, that's a really good price. Even these days, drugstore lipsticks are getting so much more expensive. Now, something else from the drugstore that caught my eye, L'Oreal has a new mascara. It's their Panorama Volumizing All Night Black 24-hour wear washable mascara. Now, isn't their original Panorama mascara washable? I think I have that. I'm not sure what the difference is between this new one, because this is the Panorama Voluminous, and the other one is the Panorama Volumizing All Night Black Washable. I think the packaging said this was washable. I didn't really like it. I feel like when a packaging says washable, it's not the same as a tubing mascara. What I want is a tubing mascara so that it comes off just with warm water and I'm not left with smudges around the eyes. I love the way this mascara looks. And I'd be really interested to try this new one from L'Oreal, except removal is always so difficult for me. And I don't want to work that hard. Sometimes I lose lashes trying to get mascara off at the end of the day, and that's not what I'm wanting, which is why I always opt for a tubing mascara. But it says here it's supposed to be clump resistant, flake resistant, smudge resistant, last up to 24 hours, and offer corner to corner volume. All right, so your eye is supposed to look 1.5 times bigger. Each bristle grabs lashes from the inner corner to the outer corner, and it has extreme black pigment. Boy, but it's $16. It's $15.99. I'm like, whoa, okay, I don't know. Part of me wants to go and just grab one to see, but I have so much open mascara right now. I don't know that I would do that in good conscience, but I feel like the drugstore is really coming back with some amazing, amazing options. This one looks great. This one looks like it might rival the new one from Charlotte Tilbury. That's the one I'm wearing today. And I found that I like the Charlotte Tilbury, oh, I'm forgetting what it's called, the one in the glass vial, a lot better when I take like the wand out and I roll it on the back of my hand, because if I'm just going straight from the tube to my eyes, I find that I'm getting too much product and it gets goopy really quickly. But when I take the time to like wipe it down and then start going through, oh my goodness, makes all the difference. And I was sure I wasn't going to like that mascara, but the minute I changed my approach, oh my goodness, I like it so much more. This one from L'Oreal looks like it would give similar results to the Charlotte Tilbury. And instead of being in the $30 range, this is only $15. Okay. I bought 2 of these, and I think I talked about these last time, but I can't help it. They're the new ones from Patrick Ta, the little Patrick Ta eyeshadow quads. This is sitting here waiting because the other part of my order is arriving tomorrow from the Sephora sale. This came on its own, but these are the new Major Dimension Eye Illusion eyeshadow duos. Now, I know everyone is like up in arms. Patrick Ta's defending the price. People are talking about how they're special, how they're not special. I can't believe you're charging this much for them. You run the whole gamut, and it comes down to I bought 2 of these because they looked beautiful. There's a lot of talk about these being so expensive for what they are. Now, I haven't busted into this one yet. I'm waiting for my other part of the order to arrive so that I can go through and swatch them and try them on and see what they're like. But I feel like $42 for 2 eyeshadows, yes, it is a lot, but nobody says you have to pay that if you don't want to. I picked them up during the Sephora sale, so I got them 20% off. And even at that point, they're still very expensive. But I really wanted to try them. That's kind of my job. I try them so that you don't have to, or to tell you, you know what, this one's great, this one's not. And I know a lot of people have already been reviewing these, but there's a lot of people who are complaining about the price point, and nobody's, forcing you, nobody's twisting your arm. You must try one. And if those new e.l.f. singles for $6 are more your speed, grab one of those. If you already have like Pat McGrath sort of stuff in your collection, use that. Nobody says you have to go out and get a new one from Patrick Ta, but they looked really beautiful to me and I really wanted to try them. So I got the kind of brown and taupey one. And I got the one that looks like it has a peachy and a gold shimmer in there. So I'm super excited to see what these look like and how they wear. And, but yeah, they are kind of expensive at that $42 price point, but I had to know. Here is something I've been looking for and I can't find yet. And these are new blushes from YSL. These are the Make Me Blush powder blushes. And they are supposed to be glowy and blurring offer a soft veil of silky texture. But what I really like about these is the colors. The colors look so beautiful. There's a really bright kind of baby doll pink, if that's a shade that you like. There's kind of like one that looks like it's almost on the verge of being like a red blush. There's a really pale nude in there, some peachy shades, kind of more of a mauve shade. They just look really lovely. I also really love the packaging. I love the packaging for the YSL Mini Couture Clutch eye quads that have like that puffy black leather, I guess it's leatherette sort of packaging, as well as their bronzer that comes with the brown leather packaging. These, I love that they're doing like the packaging here is also quilted, but the color on the outside matches the color on the inside. I think that is super, super cool. I definitely want to try one of these, and I don't know. Some of them, ooh, this is interesting. Some of them are matte, some of them are satin, and some of them are shimmery. Looks like there's 2 satins, 2 shimmeries, and 3 mattes. So I will be very interested to see what these are like. They're probably going to be in the high 40s, low 50s, but yeah, haven't seen them yet. I bet you we're waiting until today is one of the last days of the Sephora sale, but I'm sure they're waiting until the Sephora sale is over to like debut them on the site and other places. There is another Revlon release that looks kind of interesting to me. This is their new Super Lustrous Glimmer Gloss, and it's made with plant-based glitter. These look so juicy and delicious, and I find that I really like a glossy, shimmery lip. So these give the look of fuller, plumper lips, plant-based glitter, light refracting pearls, and it feels comfortable and lightweight on the lips. I hope that when it says comfortable, that it's not going to feel gritty, like you can't feel the particles. The minute I can feel the grit from whatever shimmery particles are suspended in a gloss, it's kind of like game over for me. I don't want anything to feel gritty or sandy. These are the same price as the gloss butter balms. These are $8.98. I don't know if they're available in store yet. If you see these, let me know if you have one, if you've already picked them up. But I was really, really kind of excited about, there's one shade that looks kind of like a lavender. It's called Lavender Lust. That looked really interesting. And the glazed almond, the neutral, also looked really pretty. I'd be really intrigued to see what these look and feel like. This, I feel it's too late, darling. It's too late. There is the Keep It Full Glossy Plumping Balm from Milani that's available now. This is one of those balm in stick forms that clicks up in a pen sort of dispenser. It's supposed to be a 3-in-1 multitasking gloss, shine, and balm. And it's got Kalahari melon oil, mango seed butter, apricot and pomegranate oils. Oh my goodness, the price. There are 12 shades available and they're $16 each. Excuse me, what happened? I feel like prices, okay, I haven't been shopping drugstore as much. I've been shopping more high-end and luxury, but $16 for a glossy click-up lip balm? That's a lot. Aren't the ones from Tarte 24? That's only $8 less than one of the Tarte ones. And I'm not really sure that many of these gloss and stick forms are worth it at, the prices that they're going for. I know a lot of brands have this. About Face has one at a drugstore price. Elf has one at a drugstore price. There are those new ones from Essence. Those are in the same type of packaging, but they're the same sort of idea. I feel like Revlon coming back with the glossy butter balms, the glassy butter balms are kind of like the same sort of idea. And I can't believe the price of these. Okay. I've been too far removed for too long from the drugstore, but I feel like there are so many people doing this click-up style lip product. Cosmetics has one. I know that there are the Tarte ones, like the millions of options from Tarte. This to me just seems like too little too late. Everybody has one. They're trying to make one. But are these really still that popular? Are they? I don't know. Maybe I'm just more of a lip. I mean, I like shiny and glossy things. Don't get me wrong. But this doesn't seem like a revolutionary new release. This seems like we're doing it because everyone else is doing it. And I'm kind of like, okay, this seriously caught my attention. But I'm trying to remember, have we had something like this before? And I just don't remember it. These are new True Match Lumi Le Glace highlighter sticks. So there's two different types. There are some that are mostly just shine and other ones that have a pearl to them. So a reflective glass-like finish that delivers instant multi-dimensional glow in one swipe. And it kind of reminds me of the Balm Essentiel from Chanel. I love those, but they basically just look like hydration or dew on the skin, the surface of the skin. So they have some that are translucent and other ones that have pearl to them. So they have a translucent nude, a translucent rosewood pink, and a translucent deep terracotta. And then they have a pearly white gold, a pearly gold, and a pearly rose gold. So if you're looking for something that is more like that glass shine, only like the ones from Chanel, you'd probably want to go for the translucent ones. But am I remembering correctly that years ago we used to have these True Lumi sticks and they were in the pearly finishes? Am I remembering that right? So I don't know that this is really like a new release. This might just be a re-release and an update of a formula. These, by the way, are going for $12.99 a piece. Maybelline has a new lip product. This is their Super Stay Teddy Tint Long-Lasting Matte Lip Tint. And looks like it's available online at Ulta. These are supposed to be soft, blurring, plush, comfortable, and they have 12-hour wear, no transfer, smudge-proof, kiss-proof, and waterproof. And it gives a bold matte finish for $12.99. I don't know. Now, if these really are like plush and comfortable, I might be willing to try these, but if this is just liquid lipsticks being kind of repackaged and renamed, you know, a teddy tint, no, thank you. But I would be really curious to know if these are comfortable and, but I don't know, the minute we start talking waterproof and 12 hours, I still remember like the 2016 of it all with the liquid lipsticks that just were not kind to my lips. And it's 8 years later and I cannot be wearing that sort of stuff anymore. For sure. But I would love to know, does this sort of stuff really call to you? And if it does, have you tried these? Would you recommend them for someone like me who has mature lips, who tend to have dry lips? I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that they would be comfortable. But the minute we start talking about them being like kiss proof, I'm like, oh, they won't transfer. Oh, they won't smudge. Oh, will they be comfortable? I don't know. I'm very curious about these. I almost picked one of these up during the Sephora sale. These are new from Armani. I'm still thinking about it. Today is the last day of the sale, and I might go and pick one of these up. These are the new Luminous Silk Aqua Highlights. And it's a water-based highlighter that hydrates and illuminates your skin for a lit from within pearly glow. So you can use it over foundation, you can use it with like skincare to give your skin, you know, like just a little bit of glow. You can mix it in with foundation. Of course, you can do that with any liquid illuminizer, but that's kind of what these are. These are $39 a piece, and there are 5 shades. I was kind of looking at the champagne gold shade. I'm not sure that I'm picking one of these up, but I am very intrigued by these. If I do, I'll probably grab it today before the sale ends. There is a new product from NYX. These are the new IV Hydrating Gloss Serums. These kind of remind me of the Lip Mage from M Cosmetics because these are a stain and they're glossy and shiny. It's supposed to be a hydrating gloss stain, and it's supposed to have a bunch of really good ingredients like B12, coconut water, other things. It's supposed to give you a lightweight, I don't understand this, they say a lightweight intense pigment. okay, whatever. But they're supposed to stain your lips. And the colors look like some of them are a little bit on the lighter side, and then some really punchy ones like deep burgundies and reds. There are 16 shades and they are 1067. I don't know if they're available yet, but these kind of looked interesting, but these remind me a lot of a K-Beauty type of glossy lip stain. I have one from Romand, and I think it's just called their glossy, juicy lasting tint. It reminds me of this type of product where it's glassy and it looks like a gloss, but then it tints your lips. And you know, I'm never surprised when I see, you know, what are K-Beauty products later kind of trickling down. We have something very similar from M Cosmetics, the Lip Mage, that does the same sort of thing. It's a tint and it's a serum and it's glossy. And now we have it available from NYX at the drugstore. So if any of these colors are interesting to you, the one thing I will tell you, my experience with this type of product, because I have it in both these formulas here, is that they look really beautiful on the lips, but the more you reapply, if you're looking for more gloss or more hydration and you apply again, the stain just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So if you go for a really deep shade, like one of the browns or one of the burgundies from NYX, it might end up being more color than you had thought at the beginning as you reapply throughout the day. But these look really interesting, and I'm not surprised at all that we're getting kind of like that trickle down. You know, it used to be a K-Beauty product, and now it's like a lot of other brands are picking up on the technology and bringing it to the drugstore. I think I'm going to leave it there. By the way, this is by no means everything that's out or everything that's new. These are just the ones that really caught my eye. And what I was really surprised about is there are so many new products that are available at the drugstore that really had me going, or like, who asked for this? Like those Milani click-up pens. I just feel like we've already seen it. Why are you doing it? But the lip IVs from NYX look interesting, as well as the Teddy tints from Maybelline. There's a lot of interesting stuff out there, and I guarantee you, if I ever find one of those True Match Lumi like gloss sticks, I'm gonna buy it and just see how close it is. You know, what does it look like compared to my Balm Essential? Because look, if I can go from spending, you know, $48 down to like $13, sign me up. And I'll let you know. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me know what sorts of things are catching your eye. Are you shopping drugstore things more right now, or are you still kind of headed into like the more expensive brands, the mid-range and the luxury? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.